a shadowy figure, cryptic messages, and brutal murders that continue to haunt America to this day. Who was the Zodiac Killer? Synonymous with terror in the late 1960s, the Zodiac Killer remains one of the most notorious unsolved mysteries. In this video, we'll explore the chilling crimes and the enduring enigma that has gripped the world for decades. Chapter 1. The Zodiac Killer, 1960s-1970s. The Zodiac Killer is an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California between the late 1960s and early 1970s. He is infamous for taunting police and the media with cryptic letters and ciphers. The Zodiac is confirmed to have killed at least 5 people between 1968 and 1969, though he claimed responsibility for 37 murders. His horrifying crimes, coupled with his cryptic communications and the mystery surrounding his identity, have made him a central figure in true crime history. Chapter 2. The Victims of the Zodiac. December 20, 1968, Lake Herman Road, Vallejo, California. Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, a young couple, were parked in a secluded area on their first date when they were attacked. David was shot at point-blank range and killed instantly. Betty Lou attempted to escape but was shot 5 times in the back. Both died at the scene, and there was no apparent motive for the crime, such as robbery or sexual assault. July 4, 1969, Blue Rock Springs Park, Vallejo, California. Darlene Ferrin and Michael Maggio were sitting in a car when the Zodiac ambushed them. Despite being shot multiple times, Maggio survived and provided a description of the killer, though it did not lead to an arrest. This attack occurred just 6 months after the first, and the killer later called the police to claim responsibility. September 27, 1969, Lake Berryessa, Napa County, California. Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell were relaxing by the lake shore when a man in an executioner-style hood approached them. He tied them up and stabbed them multiple times. Hartnell survived, but Shepard succumbed to her injuries 2 days later. Uniquely, the Zodiac used a knife in this attack and left a written message on Hartnell's car, marking the time of the crime. October 11, 1969, Presidio Heights, San Francisco, California. Paul Stein, a taxi driver, was shot in the head by the Zodiac. The killer took Stein's wallet and a piece of his shirt, which he later sent to the police in a taunting letter. Witnesses saw the Zodiac leave the scene, but police failed to apprehend him. This killing was distinct, as it occurred in a populated area rather than a secluded location. Chapter 3. The Zodiac's Letters. The Zodiac sent numerous letters to major newspapers, including the San Francisco Chronicle, San Francisco Examiner, and Vallejo Times-Herald. His first known letter, sent on August 1, 1969, boasted about his crimes and threatened more violence if his letters were not published. Each letter included details only the killer would know, along with a symbol resembling a crosshair, which became his infamous trademark. Over 20 letters were sent, filled with taunts, cryptic codes, and bold claims, cementing the Zodiac's reputation as a menacing figure who thrived on media attention. Chapter 4. The Zodiac's Ciphers. The Zodiac is best known for the cryptic ciphers he included with his letters. He sent 4 cryptograms to newspapers, only one of which, the 408-symbol cipher, has been fully solved. It revealed a disturbing message: "I like killing people because it is so much fun." Another cipher, the 340-character cipher, Z340, remained unsolved for 51 years before being cracked in 2020. While it too failed to reveal the killer's identity, it reinforced his mocking tone towards law enforcement. Chapter 5. The Investigation into the Zodiac Killer. The investigation into the Zodiac's killings involved numerous law enforcement agencies, including the Vallejo Police Department, the San Francisco Police Department, and the FBI. Despite these efforts, the Zodiac's identity remains unknown, largely due to several key challenges. The Zodiac's killings appeared random, with no clear motive such as robbery or sexual assault. His victims were from various backgrounds, and his methods varied, making it difficult for investigators to establish a pattern or predict his actions. Chapter 6. Zodiac Suspects. Over the years, several suspects have been considered, but none have been definitively proven to be the Zodiac Killer. Arthur Lee Allen, a well-known suspect, Allen lived near several of the Zodiac's crime scenes and owned a Zodiac brand watch. However, DNA evidence from the Zodiac's letters eventually excluded him. Lawrence Kane. Kane had a criminal record and was identified by some witnesses as being near Zodiac crime scenes, though no concrete evidence tied him to the murders. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. Some theorists suggested a link between Kaczynski and the Zodiac due to similarities in their cryptic letters and taunts towards law enforcement. However, no strong evidence connects Kaczynski to the Zodiac killings. New developments in DNA technology have raised hopes that the Zodiac could finally be identified, but to this day, the case remains unsolved. Chapter 7. The Zodiac's Enduring Influence. The Zodiac Killer has left a lasting impact on popular culture. His crimes have inspired countless films, books, and documentaries. Zodiac, 2007, directed by David Fincher, this film focuses on the investigation into the Zodiac murders, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., and Mark Ruffalo. The Most Dangerous Animal of All, 2020, a docu-series about a man who believes his biological father was the Zodiac Killer. Mindhunter, the popular Netflix series, references the Zodiac in its profiling of infamous serial killers. Watch Dogs 2. This video game features a side mission that mirrors the Zodiac's cryptic messages and puzzles. Will the Zodiac Killer's identity ever be revealed, or will he remain an unsolved enigma? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more chilling true crime stories and unsolved mysteries.